Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Welcome to another one of our home editions of Seniors Fitness. Without further ado, I'd like to get started right away. For today's opening, we're going to start with a gentle warm-up. I'd like to work into the neck first. So if you can allow your head to tilt forwards, just tuck the chin in towards your chest. Roll the head to the left. Roll the head as far back as you can. Look up to the ceiling. Roll the head all the way to the right, or at least as far as you can. And then let the head roll forward again. We're going to do that one more time, all the way to the left. As far back as you can get. All the way to the right. And all the way forward. Let's switch directions. We're going to allow our head to roll to the right. Roll all the way back. All the way to the left. All the way forwards. We'll do that one more time. To the right. Maintain smooth, steady breathing throughout here, all the way to the left, and then all the way to the right. Good. Tilt your head to the left, tilt your head to the right, tilt your head to the left once more, and tilt your head to the right. Good. Align your head evenly again. Now I'd like for you to turn or rotate your head to the left as far as you can get it. And then look as far to the right as you can get it. Then look as far to the left as you can get it. And then once more as far to the right as you can get it. Now I'd like for you to keep your jawline closed. Take a deep breath and look up to the ceiling. And then release that breath and look down to the floor. Look up to the ceiling. And then tuck your chin into your chest once more. Excellent. I'd like it if you can look up to the ceiling, or at least raise your jawline as much as you can, taking nice, deep, slow breaths in and out. And I'd like for you to take both hands at the same time. Pull the shoulders back and down and reach as far back and as high up as you can. And then hold that position for 2 deep breaths in and out. Okay, so let's raise our chin up. Draw the arms as far back as we can, and all together take 1 deep breath in. And then slowly exhale. Do not change position. Take a 2nd deep breath in. And then slowly breathe out. Good. Now for a count of 10, we're going to raise the arms and then drop the arms looking straight ahead. From 10, breath in and breath out. 9, do not let the whole shoulders hunch up. 8, 7, 6, really make the effort to raise those hands up as high as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there for just a moment. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Oh, and then release. Shake those shoulders out. I'd like for you to interlock your fingers together, and I'd like for you to do a wave pattern. So we're going to draw our right elbow up first. Then we're going to allow the hands to raise up, and then the left elbow. We'll just continue with that wave pattern starting from right elbow to left elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to shift sides. So we're going to start from the left side and then raise up the right. So left and then right. And we'll do that for 5. So just changing the direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. I'd like for you to stand close to a chair or a wall if you feel as though you need it for your balance. Though you don't necessarily need it, just use it if you feel you need it. We're going to grab a hold of that if you're using it. We're going to point our right foot forward. We're going to point the foot or point the toe. And then we're going to flex the ankle. So we're going to draw the toes in. Point and flex. Yeah, we'll do that for 5, 4, nice and slow, 3, 2, 1. Now shake that foot out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, you might want to utilize your chair. Raise the left foot and point and flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. In case you thought those were over, I'm happy to tell you we've got some more to do, but this time we're going to point and flex at a really quick pace. We're going to count up to 20 for the right side, starting at 1, 2, nice and quick, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent. Shake out your standing leg this time. Point the left foot, and we're going to do that counting back from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to stand on our left foot one more time. We're going to raise that right foot one more time. And again, you don't need to raise the leg very high up. You can just raise it a little bit if that's you're finding this exercise difficult for you. We're going to do some clockwise circles with our right foot. Make sure it's clockwise. I know you're facing me, so it's going to look like it's the opposite from your perspective. And then we're going to change to counterclockwise. Excellent. Good. Good. Switch sides. We're going to raise up our left foot. We'll do 10 in a counterclockwise direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to get as much range of motion, as great a circle as you can get. 3, 2, 1 each time. And we'll count back in the opposite direction from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'd like for you to stand with a wider stance of your feet. Some of you might want to do this in front of a chair so you've got some support, but we don't necessarily need that chair. What I'm going to do is widen the stance of my feet so that my feet are wider than shoulders. The wider, in fact, the better. What I'm going to allow myself to do is get my hips to shift over to the left-hand side. Notice that I'm not tilting or changing the orientation of my spine. I'm simply shifting my hip to the left. And what you're going to feel, if your hip pushes to the left-hand side, you'll feel a stretch on the inside of the right thigh, so in the right groin area. Some of you, actually most of you, should feel a stretch here, although some of you may not get a stretch, and that's all right. We'll go through the motions anyway. Shift the hip over to the right-hand side. And I'd like for you to take 2 deep breaths in here for 1, and a slow breath out, and 2, and a slow breath out. We'll shift the hips back over to the left-hand side. We'll do it one more time. Deep breath in for 1, and a breath out. Deep breath in for 2, and a breath out. Now shift those hips over to the right. This is the last one. Let's all take a deep breath in and a breath out. And we'll take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Good. You almost certainly will want to use a chair for this next one because it is a balance exercise and it's a hip opening exercise as well. So what we're going to do is keep the chair to our right-hand side and stand on our right foot. We're going to raise our left knee as high as we can. So some of you might get a small range of motion. Some of you might really be able to raise the knee up high. Regardless, find the range of motion that works for you. We're going to raise the knee up. We're going to open the thigh. So I'm pointing my left knee to the wall on my left, and then I'm going to drop it down. Then I'm going to continue to raise the leg with that orientation. Tuck the leg in and drop it down. We will do 5 of those all together, starting from 5, up, out, down, up, in, down, and that counts as one movement. 4, Good, take your time for these ones. You shouldn't be in a rush. 3, up, out, down, up, in, down. We've got 2 more to go. 2, out, down, up, in, down, and 1. Up, out, down, up, in, and down. You should go ahead and switch your position in relation to the chair. So the chair is on your left-hand side now, and we'll do the same thing. So raise up the right leg, open it up, drop it down, raise it up again, tuck it in, and drop it down. That's 1. 2. And what I'm going to do for the final 3 of these is change my range of motion to demonstrate, this is number 3, to demonstrate how some of you who have difficulty raising your legs, or you get clicking or popping or discomfort in your joints, in your hip, too, can still do this action. And just minimize, as long as you're still lifting the foot and rotating the leg. And 1. Good, perfect. Now we've got one more balance and coordination exercise for you to do standing up. Again, you may want to use the chair. Keep it close by, either next to you or in front of you. What I'm going to do is raise one heel. So let's say I'm going to raise the heel on my left foot, and I'm going to raise the toes. And if you're adventurous and you feel like your balance is a little better, I'd like it if you could raise the ball of the foot as well, not just the toes. And we're just going to repeat that. Left heel, right toe. Left heel, right toe. And we'll do that for a multiple of 4, starting from 0 all the way up to 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. As always, try to count the numbers ahead of me. 24, 28, not least because you can't trust me with the counts. 32, I might make a mistake. 36, but especially 40, because I'd like for you to have to make the effort yourself, work your brain, and coordinate the physical action with the mental action. So now what we're going to do is raise the right heel and the toes, or ideally toes and balls of the left foot, and we'll count back from 40. 36. Notice I do it at a slow pace. 32, so that I can do the complete movement. 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, and 0. I'm going to do some exercises for your rotator cuff muscles. There are 4 rotator cuff muscles, and they help you to perform pretty much every action that your arms are involved in. They help you to rotate your arm forward and backward, and they assist with forward, not just with rotational movements, but with actually levering the arm forward, back, up, and down. So they are small muscles, they are very easily injured, and they are important ones to place some focus on in your workouts. So you will need a rubber band for this one. I'm going to show you how to use a towel, a small towel, in case you don't have a band. But first, for those of you who do have the rubber band, I'd like for you to hold it out in front of you, turn your palms up, and then make sure your hands are directly in front of your shoulders, so they are literally shoulder width apart. And then I'm going to close my fists and keep my elbows tucked into my sides. That's really important. This is not an arm opening exercise, so you must make sure to be clean with your movement. If you have difficulty isolating this kind of action without separating the elbows, just stick a towel or a book in between your arm and your torso, and that will keep you honest. So what we're going to do is keep the elbows close to our sides, and we're going to open up or create space between our hands as much as possible. It's not a big action, it's a small action. For those of you who do not have a rubber band, you can simply use a small towel. And I know it doesn't have the same elasticity, it doesn't need to. You're going to do the same thing, hands in line with shoulders, tuck the elbows in, and you're going to pull the hands apart. So I'm engaging those muscles right now. And instead of allowing my hands to separate, which they can't because of the towel, I'm going to pull more with my right side and let my hands shift to the left. And then I'm going to pull more from my left side and let the hands shift to the left. So right, that counts as one repetition. To the left, that counts as another repetition. 2, 3. You're going to get exactly the same benefits from the towel as you would from the band. It just looks a little bit different. Keep working, however, to pull the hands apart, and you'll get the benefit. So I'm going to use the band for this one. Remember, we're all going to set up so that the palms are up. And rather than counting in a multiple, we're going to spell, let's use a word, let's make it factorization. We're going to spell that word all the way forwards, starting from F, A, C, T. Keep your shoulders pulled back and down, please. O, R, I, Z. Try to count those numbers ahead of me. A, T, I, O, N. And if you made it all the way through that, I'm certain you are already feeling it in your shoulders. Now what I'd like for you to do is take your towel or take your band, point the palms down, and grab the band, same width apart, shoulder width, tuck the elbows in. We're going to do the same exercise, but the palms face the floor rather than facing the ceiling. And for fun, we're going to spell factorization backwards. So again, try to count ahead of me so you're not relying on me for this. Let's all raise our shoulders up, pull our shoulders back, pull our shoulders down, and hold them in that set position. We'll start from N, O, I, T, A, Z, I, R, O, T, C, A, whew, and F. Good, you can now let go of that band, shake the shoulders out. I know you should be feeling that by now, and in fact that's all the work that we really need to do for our rotator cuff muscles right now. You should grab your chair and have a seat. Okay, so we will still need to use the rubber band, but this is going to activate our chest and a little bit of our biceps, our triceps, and our shoulders. So what I'd like for you to do is to hold the band part way through with your right hand, and then take your other hand, your left hand, place it underneath your right hand, and space them out about a foot apart. Yeah, so this is the distance between my hands. It doesn't need to be exact. Left hand's on the bottom, right hand's on the top. We are not going to do the diagonal version that I often like to do. Instead, with this one, we're going to keep the hands stacked on top of each other, so the band is being held vertically. I'm going to lift my shoulders, pull them back, and draw them down. I'm going to pull my spine upwards, so I have a nice tall posture. We're going to pull the left hand down and the right hand up at the same time. Do not allow either shoulder to raise. Keep them pulled down the whole time. And for this one, we will count in a multiple of, let's make it 6s, starting from 0, 6, 12, 18. Now if you want to make that a little easier, 24, you can keep the hands a little closer together. 30, 36, 42, oh boy, 48, I'm feeling it. 54 and 60, good. Shake your shoulders out again. Only got one more to do. Place the left hand on top, place the right hand on the bottom. Get yourself positioned, shoulders up, back down, chest up. And we'll count backwards from 60, 54, 48. This can be a small action if it's very difficult for you. 42, 36, 30, 24, 18, 12, 6, and 0. Excellent. You are now free of this band. You don't need it again for today's session, so you can just toss it aggressively to the side. For the next one, we're going to work on your hips a little bit more and posture at the same time. So I'd like it if all of you could pull your chest up. We're going to do a bicycle action. The further you lean back, the easier. The further forward you lean, the harder. You can grip the sides of your chair with your hands. That will make it easier. If you'd really like to make this challenging for yourself, you'll put the hands out, palms forward, or heck, even raise them up in the air. That's going to be the most challenging version, and it really does affect the feel and difficulty of the movement. I'm going to hold the chair because that's a great starting position. We're going to take our right foot, we're going to scoop the heel along the floor and push our heels forwards. And then we're going to raise the leg, tuck the knee in, and repeat. So it's like I'm pedaling backwards with the right foot. For this one, let's spell monetization forwards, starting from M, O, N, E, T, I, Z, A, T, I hope I didn't just mess that one up, O, and N. Excellent. We're doing the same thing, spelling monetization backwards with the left foot. We'll start at N, O, I, T, A, Z, I, T, E, N, O, and M. Excellent work, everyone. We've got a few more to do. I'd like for you to keep the same spot if you want to lean back. Pick up the feet. We're going to do some scissor actions. If you draw your chest up and hold good posture, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We'll count this one in a multiple of 7, starting from 0. 7, over and under for each count. 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Do not stop at 70. 70. Start counting backwards. Don't take a break. 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, and 0. Excellent. Coordination exercise before we get to our dancing today. We're going to use a rubber ball or a tennis ball, just anything that you can hold in one hand and that allows you to bounce it. We're going to stagger our feet either apart from left to right, or you can actually keep one foot slightly in front. I find having one foot a little bit in front allows you to react a little better too, which is important because almost certainly at some point most of you out there are going to lose the ball. So what I'd like to do is start with a more gentle one where we bounce the ball from right hand to left hand, and then we bounce it back from the left hand to the right hand. We'll keep the multiple nice and simple for this one. We'll count from 0 to 30 in threes. Let's start with our right hand to left hand first. 0. Give yourself time to catch it. 3. Don't rush the counts here. 6. 9. 12. 15. 18. 21. 24. 27. And 30. Excellent. What you might want to do for this next one, we're going to count back from 30. You might want to stagger your feet in a different position. However, this time I'm going to make it more challenging for you. I'm going to request that you bounce with the left and try your best to catch with the left. Now, if you're new to this, you might want to try and just catch with both hands. But if you've been doing this for a little bit longer, you will almost certainly be better. I've watched lots of people go through this process and improve. So if you are one of those people, you're going to try your best to catch with the left hand also. It's harder to catch with the left hand on top. It's easier to catch with the hand on the bottom. So you can decide which technique, catching-wise, you'd like to utilize. So Starting with the ball in your left hand, we're going to count back from 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. All you have left is one more set of bounces with the right hand. And in the interest of keeping things nice and simple, for the first time on camera, let's do a multiple of 5. Starting from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Great job, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to get back into our salsa. So I'm going to start by reviewing all of the salsa steps that we've done so far. And then today I'm going to add a new step. So for those of you who need the reminder, for our salsa basic, we're going to start, all of us, with our left foot. We're going to take a step forward. And that's a very small step of rock forward. We don't really have to travel for, even if it's just like an inch or two, that's all right. You could take a bigger step as well if that's more comfortable for you. Make it comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to do a small forward step with the left foot. 1, rock back onto the right foot. 2, and then bring our feet back together. 3. And then we're going to do a little rock back with the right foot. 5, 6, 7. Yeah? The step can be small or large. And as always with any of the steps, if you find that it's difficult with the time allotted to fully transfer your weight on each step, don't worry about it. Place the foot, bring it back together. Place the foot back, bring it back together. You don't need a full weight shift either. Although it's probably a little bit better if you do try to do that, to fully shift the weight, that is. So here's our salsa basic step again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to, whenever I say salsa basic, that's what I'm referring to. And for our routine, I will always do 2 salsa basics in a row in between every other step. So once we've done 2 salsa basic steps, we're going to do 2 side breaks. That's a part of the routine that I've already shown to you. If you missed that video, or those exercises where I've previously shown you the routine, that's okay. You're about to learn it here. So we'll take our left foot now again. We're going to do something called a side break, where we shift to the side. 1, 2, 3, and then switch to the other foot. 5, 6, 7. Again, you can fully shift. Weight from foot to foot, or you can just place the foot if that makes it a little bit easier for you. Yeah? So I would like for you to copy along with me. We're going to do 2 basic steps, and then 2 sets of side breaks. And then we'll do 2 more basic steps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Start with the left foot. 1, 2, 3, then a little rock back. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. This is the second one. 5, 6, 7. Now we'll go to side breaks. Side, together, side, together. That's 1. We're going to do 1 more. Side, together, and side, together. Now we do 2 more basic steps. So 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. You can stop there. The next step that we're going to do, and the last one I showed you from the previous routine, was what I'm calling a back break, just a series of back rocks. So we're going to complete our 2 basic steps and then lead with the left foot again, and we're going to take just back rocks. So back rock with the left foot, 1, 2, bring the feet back together, 3, and then a back rock with the right foot, 5, 6, 7. Then a back rock with the left foot, 1, 2, 3, and then a back rock with the right foot, 5, 6, 7. And that's 2 sets of your back rocks. And then we would do 2 more basics. That is the routine as we know it. So it's basic 1, basic 2. Don't worry, we're not going to be dancing that fast. Side break for 1, side break for 2, basic step for 1, basic step for 2, back break for 1, back break for 2, and then back to the basic steps. So there's a little recap of the routine as we know it so far. So I'm going to teach you 1 more step today, And I'm going to call this one the half-time step because we will literally cut the time that it takes to do every step, or we'll add actually time to it. So it would look like this. Instead of my basic step being timed like this, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I have 8 whole beats to do my forward rock and my back rock. Now we're going to take 16 beats to do that. So it would be very slow, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do that again. Try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When it's on music, that should make a little bit more sense to you. So let's put the song on, get yourselves ready, and follow along with me. So 2 basics, 2 side breaks, 2 basics, 2 back breaks, 2 basics, and then that half-time step. 5, 6, 7, go. Basic step, basic step. 1, 2, 3. 5 side break now. Side, together. Side, together. 1, 2, 3. Back to a basic step. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. One more. 1, 2, 3. Then back breaks. 5, 6, 7. We go back. Back, together. Back, together. That's 1. Back, together. Back. That's 2. Now basic step. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5. Now that halftime step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Back to the side break. Side, together. Side, together. Side, together. Side, basic step. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. Back breaks. Here we go. Back, together. Back, together. Back, together. Back to a basic step. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Now super slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, everyone.